Alexis Karl, and I am a multimedia artist and a perfumer. So in a nutshell, my history of my own fragrances are all based on art, music, and literature, which are my various disciplines. I actually did artwork and installation pieces for a fragrance house in New York City, like a large fragrance house. So I started meeting perfumers there, and I was really fascinated by what they were doing.
I'm Maria, and my company is Aroma. And my line is based on the time that I lived in Japan, so it's very inspired by Asia, travels, and I have been in business now for almost 20 years. So I have about 13 perfumes and a beauty line that I just started. That's an all-organic oil, camellia oil line. And we have all of this here at the Aroma and Atelier.
We love doing what we call mixed media, which is a mixture of non-natural, unnatural, synthetic notes, which are basically aroma chemicals that synthesize scents that are created to smell like wine or a scent that's like caramel, and combining them with natural essences. The thing about naturals.
We're gonna get so much back.
We are. We always do anyway. The thing about naturals though, and this is the thing I find difficult, and I'm finding this in my own line right now, my Scent by Alexis line, I have a scent Body Made Luminous, and it has a natural amber in it. And the amber specifically that we get is from Morocco. We know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, and we are very lucky to be able to get it, except for right now we can't get it. And we call, and we've been calling for like a year, and I'm out, have a waiting list, and every other day I call Maria, did you hear from them, did you hear from them? And when she called to inquire about this amber, our reply from our guy who knows a guy who knows a guy was, well, we're harvesting it. And therein lies the difficulty in why synthetics were created in the first place.
I definitely see sort of like the palette changing with me. I think maybe because I've been doing this organic beauty line, and so I've been working a lot with organic essential oils again. So I kind of feel myself really being drawn in particular to jasmine recently, and neroli and rose, like all of these like really tuberose, like these gorgeous sort of heady florals.
There is something about that. There's a balance between, I think in fragrance in general, there is a balance between something that possibly could be accurate or possibly on its own could be not palatable, but then it's layered with something so exquisitely beautiful that you, in a sense, you need the balance of that bitter or the balance of something that's not quite right in order to let the beautiful, the essences breathe. Yeah, and I think that's something Maria and I really love.
Once the person has the fragrance, we can explain to them what our imagination was, but maybe you put it on and you feel like you've just like floated off and you're now, you know, in the Nile or something. Yeah. I don't know. But everybody has their own.
So together here we get to create all the time, and I think that's why and we create well together. We did a set for our friend Monica Miller. She's a beekeeper, perfumer, and she's phenomenal. She's an artist, and she asked us to do, as well as other perfumers, to do a scent. It was based on the primordial elements, and we chose fire, and we actually created a scent for the goddess Agni, which is a Mayan goddess. And the scent is just dripping with smoke and ouds.
Fire.
It smells like fire. And I did that for my own artwork, you know, for my own exhibition. I created 2 scents so as you walk into this room, it's supposed to smell like a tomb. And, you know, it's pure, it's a diffusion called dark matter.
It's an ambient, it's a whole different process for it to do.
Which I adore.
Really
I'm kind of obsessed with ambient scents at the moment.
That's the joy of the Atelier.
It's an art studio as much as it's a perfume studio.
Which I don't think there's a lot of, I don't know any place that you can actually walk in and have the experience of perfume like that. You know, you have, you know, consistent things that you can always buy, but sort of the allure of coming here, besides being in fabulous Dumbo and hearing the train and all of that, you get to see, sometimes we make things on Fridays if you're here, and we always have really special things here that, as I said, are limited you know, they're special. So there's maybe only going to be 100 bottles of those, and when they're gone.